So, the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta happened, or at least the first weekend of it happened, and I had the opportunity to play it, much like the alpha. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it decent? Was it alright? We're about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is GoFlip01 and welcome back to another video. And today, we are going to be covering the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War beta first weekend, or at least the amount of time that I was able to play it, because it was weird because the alpha you were able to start playing it a day before it started. Me personally, I didn't pre-order the game, so I had to wait for it to actually become a full open beta for everybody to play, for all PlayStation users. So for me, I only played maybe an hour or two of the actual beta, and it's funny because I actually spent more time in the alpha than I did in the beta. Should I say something about the game? I don't know. But much like the alpha, I wrote some stuff down that I wanted to address in this specific video, but I didn't put stuff down in particular, much like the alpha video that I did. Just some random stuff that I thought was good, some stuff that I thought was bad. Necessarily, the biggest thing on here is movement, but we're gonna save that for the end of the video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this list. I'm sorry. So the first thing that I have on this list is the flinch, and I completely forgot to address this in the alpha video that I did. In the alpha and in the beta, I don't believe there was much flinch. Like, when you get shot, usually you tend to flinch a lot. But in the alpha and the beta, I don't think you were taking that much flinch unless you get a headshot. Unless you get taken with a headshot, then I think you get some flinch. But if you're getting shot like in the upper chest, you're not taking that much flinch. Which I kind of amend them for that, Treyarch. Thank you. Because usually flinch takes away of your accuracy. So the fact that there's little to none flinch in the alpha and in the beta, I don't know if they're going to adjust that for the actual full game, but if there's no flinch when you're getting shot at, then that's a pretty good step. I played on Moscow, Satellite, and Miami, at least for one match. God, Miami's so bad. But Treyarch actually implemented a new map entitled Cartel, which is like a jungle-looking map, which is actually kind of cool, aesthetically looking at it, aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Again, it kind of reminds me of Jungle, but it's a good map, but there's some things that I don't really like about it. Like, some people tend to just sit in the bushes and you can barely see them, but they're somehow able to see you, which I don't really understand. There's a watchtower in the middle central of the map that people tend to camp on, which again I don't like. It's a good looking map, but I just feel like there's like those two things need to be fixed. If we're gonna talk about settings, they actually implemented an FOV slider. FOV stands for field of view, so you can actually go from 80% up to 120. That's big for console players. That's an entirely different thing for PC users, but for console players, we've been asking for this for like how long now, and we actually get it. That's amazing. Even though I think I primarily play on like 80, 90, and that seems pretty good. I didn't actually get to play around with the settings at all. Usually I just changed my sensitivity, tactical settings, and that was it. I didn't really get the chance to fool around with the other settings, but the fact that we have it, and the fact that we're gonna get it in the actual game, that's a step up. The weapons in the beta felt good. I mean, primarily I was only using assault rifles. I was using the XM4, which is a really good gun. I was using that, and then I was using the AK-47 for the majority of the beta. And then I think I only used the SMG once. I was using the Millennia, I think that's what it's called, the mini Uzi, which is actually kind of good in my opinion. The creator class system. Where do I begin with this? So in the alpha, obviously you were given everything from the start. In the beta, there's actual level progression, kind of like from Modern Warfare and from Black Ops 3 and so on and so forth. So from this, you have a lot more attachments, and not only do you have more attachments, you can actually get in-depth information about each attachment in particular. So this certain grip has this amount of stats. It goes from that to the milliseconds of how long it takes to reload your weapon. That's amazing. But if I'm being honest, I kind of just like the simplistic create a class system, like from Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare and all the other games going beyond that. But because primarily, I don't really need like in-depth information of what I need for a specific weapon. All I need is a grip, stock, quick draw, maybe extended mag, and that's it. Maybe even a laser, maybe even a sight, and that's it. Typically, I don't really want. I mean, it's good to have it, but I don't really look at the specific stats. Like if it's good for like handling recoil and being able to aim down sight faster, then yeah, I'm a cop it. But I don't know. It's like overwhelming at times looking at it, but it's also like, kind of like a good overwhelming at times too. I mean, if that makes sense. It's good to have it, but then I don't really pay attention to it. If that makes sense. I also put this down. I also put STEM with a question mark, and it's a good thing. And it's a bad thing, because Black Ops 4, ever since Black Ops 4, Modern Warfare did this as well. They had a STEM shot in the equipment department. Now, I'm not trying to be bashing against the game or anything, but I don't want healing to be a gimmick for Call of Duty. I mean, sure, Black Ops 4 was different. It tried something different with the manual healing, and that was cool, I guess. But Modern Warfare, you had a regeneration healing. You had normal healing like the other games. But having a STEM shot almost just kind of seems unfair in my opinion. I don't know. Some people are gonna have their own opinion about it. This is mine. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. I genuinely don't like it. I mean, it's good to have it, but I just don't like it because it just seems unfair to other players. Because some other players don't want to have it. Some players might have it. So I mean, even if you run up to somebody with a STEM shot and they take up a majority of damage, they can just pop up a STEM shot, get full health, and then just drop you instantly. And in my opinion, that just doesn't seem fair to me. I also went ahead and took account for all the weapons that were from the Modern Warfare beta, and I went ahead and took account for all the weapons that were in the Cold War beta. So for the Modern Warfare beta, there were 3 pistols, 3 SMGs, 5 assault rifles, 2 shotguns, which mind you, the shotguns in Cold War are in the secondary category. 3 snipers, 2 LMGs, and 2 launchers. So also in total, the Modern Warfare beta had 20 weapons. Now for the Cold War beta, they had 3 pistols, 4 SMGs, 6 ARs, 2 shotguns, 2 sniper rifles, 2 LMGs, and 2 launchers, plus a knife. So if we're gonna count the knife, they have 22 weapons in the Cold War beta. 22 is a lot better than 20, in my opinion. Am I right? Another thing that I put down is score streaks. Now, like I said in the alpha, and I'm guessing they're going to keep this for the actual full game. This is something completely different. Score streaks don't reset on death. I've explained this before, but I don't think you guys understand what that means. So, it's like persistence from Infinite Warfare, except it's not a perk. But alright, so let me explain this. So regularly, a streak's a streak. If you wanted to get like a spy plane, which I think is like a 5 kills, like a 5 gun streak, it's 500 points. You had to get 5 kills in a row in order to get that spy plane. In Cold War, it's different. You can still go for that gun streak, and you can still get it, but there's a catch. You have to wait at least 30 seconds in order to get it again. But the thing about it also is that your streaks don't stack up. Like once you get the spy plane and then you call it in, you can't get another one until that initial spy plane is gone. Now to be honest, what the it almost just seems like I'm getting punished. I want to go on these gun streaks, and also it's important to go on these gun streaks because while your score streaks don't reset on death, it's important to go for that gun streak because the more kills you get, the more points you get. So the longer your gun streak goes, the more points you're going to get, which is the opportunity for you to get the attack chopper and the chopper gunner, which mind you, with a certain barrel on LMG, you can take that down in like 7 seconds. Again, what the f***? I spend the majority of a match trying to get an attack chopper. I got it. I called it in. I got 1 kill. And it was taken down in like 10 seconds. Does that seem fair to you? And now, last but not least, the movement system. The movement system is probably the biggest denominator of whether I'm going to get this game or not. The multiplayer movement it's unintuitive, in my opinion. And if you guys saw my Twitter thread, it's up here somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to put it. But pretty much, I addressed that the movement in Cold War was kind of like Warface. And if you guys ever played Warface, that movement is so clunky. It feels like I'm playing an FPS game, but it's running at 60 frames per second. Regular Call of Duty, if you guys played Black Ops 3, you just generally run with your gun. Like, yeah, you're just running with your gun. In Cold War, your gun jerks forward and then pulls it in, and then you start running. Like, that doesn't feel right. It feels unintuitive. It feels clunky. It's not the movement that I'm familiarized. And even though I played it for the majority of my time, I played it for like 2 hours plus the 6 hours that I played in the alpha. That's like 8 hours altogether. I'm still not familiar with it. I don't like it, in my opinion. I don't like the movement that Treyarch decided to go for with this game. Now, everybody's gonna have their opinion. Like I said, everybody has one. This is mine. It almost feels like it almost feels like Warface, and I don't like that. And obviously, this is a big factor. Skill-based matchmaking. It was trending on Twitter multiple times, and then people were running polls whether skill-based matchmaking should be removed, whether it should be kept in the game. Which, mind you, I feel like skill-based matchmaking hasn't been a problem since like Advanced Warfare. I think Advanced Warfare, that's when it started getting like extremely noticeable. Like, I was going up against Grandmaster prestiges when, even though I was like Prestige 1, Prestige 2, even though they're set at my skill level, even though I'm going up against them in consecutive 10 matches in a row, I don't know. Honestly, skill-based matchmaking it's kind of like a make or break thing. Like, it's been in the game for how long? Since Black Ops 2, even though I've never played that game before. It sounds good. I want to play it, but personally, I haven't played it. But skill-based matchmaking has been here for a long time. No, I mean, honestly, I just get over it. I just try my best. I just get my butt kicked for a couple matches, and then I just like, alright, time to go try hard mode. And then I do well, I do even better, and then, honestly, and then the next match, straight down pipe. Straight down spike. Going down. And then it just gets back up. That's skill-based matchmaking. You ever have one of those days where you do extremely well, and then you get off, and then the next day, you hop on, and then you get extremely decimated on by better players? Skill-based matchmaking. I don't mind a challenge. Like, I don't think people understand this. I enjoy a good challenge. But if I'm going up against Sweat and tryhards every single match, and I can't even get out of spawn to react in time to shoot back, that seems unbalanced. It seems unbalanced. It seems unfair. It seems wonky. Even if you were to just tune skill-based matchmaking down by just a tad, I feel like some people would still complain about it either way. Some people are always gonna run their mouth. Somebody's gonna bash the game either way. But honestly, I'm giving good criticism, in my opinion. Constructive criticism that I feel like Chair could really work upon. Which the game's only gonna be coming out in like a month. We went from alpha to beta to full game is going to be coming out in a month. That's good. That's still crazy. It still baffles my mind how they're still able to get like every Call of Duty out every year. But then again, it's Activision. Which, mind you, I feel like I want to do a video on Activision because they killed 3 games. They ruined 3 games of my childhood, and I can't forgive them for that. So if y'all want to see that, let me know. But anyway, that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to talk about the beta. Throughout the video, you guys are going to be seeing alpha and beta gameplay that I was able to capture through my time with the alpha and beta. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more Call of Duty stuff in the future, I feel like I want to go through the Modern Warfare Remastered campaign just before Cold War comes out. And if you guys want to see the campaign for Cold War, let me know, and I will consider it. But anyway, if you guys want to see more, gameplay of Call of Duty, you already know what to do. Smash the like button before you go. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. Make sure you hit the post notification bell so you don't want to upload these types of videos. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you guys later with a brand new video. Peace out.
Established overhead. me! Spy plane destroyed. Spy plane established overhead.
Your proximity mine